Which state in HOI4 can be cored by biggest number of countries? In this video I'm gonna cover Africa, the last two I covered Americas and Asia, and the final video is gonna be Europe, of course. First thing that we must remember, however, if Ethiopia goes anarchist, they can core entirety of mainland Africa and I believe also Madagascar. Since they can core all that stuff, that means every single Ethiopian country inside of Ethiopia can do it as well, and that's another 8 countries. And also Spain can core almost everything in the world, so that's 10. Also, let's not forget that Italy can do abolishing colonies, coring basically entire mainland Africa, and I also believe Madagascar, but I'm not really sure. So that's 11 countries being able to core basically everything in mainland Africa. Some of them, however, can't core impassable states in Sahara. But first thing I want to mention, West Africa, there's nothing special about this region, there is no formable nations. France can core it, but that's just one country, and also UK. But since there is no formable nations here, not many extra countries can core these states. Same thing goes for Central Africa, no formable nations here. However, exception is South Africa. That's because there is the Greater Zimbabwean Empire decision here, and it can be done by these 4 countries. Also, let's not forget that since the Bible alone, there is another formable nation here, and that's the East Africa nation, which barely anyone knows about. It can be formed by these 5 countries, and the best thing about it is that it cores northern state of Mozambique, the Zambezia Mozambique. This one is also coreable by Greater Zimbabwe formable nation, so this state is very coreable. Let's not forget that 11 countries can core it anyway. 4 countries can also core it from the Greater Zimbabwe, making it 15, and 5 countries can core it from East Africa. Portugal can core Mozambique, let's not forget about that, making it 21. And since Portugal can core it, and currently Spain can technically core everything Portugal can core, and since France can core everything that currently Spain can core, that means that France can core it as well, making it 22. And finally, UK can core it since France can core it. At the end, 24 countries can core this state. Moving on into East Africa. East Africa has some formables. It has the East Africa formable, it has Horn of Africa formable. But the issue with this region is the fact that, well, most of the countries here, except for Eritrea and Somalia, can core entire Africa anyway. So there's not that many countries that can core additional stuff here, if you get what I mean. That leads us to the last region of Africa, if you can call it one region because it's huge. That's North Africa. And to be honest, it's expected for this one to be the winner. That's because both Al-Andalus and Arabia can core territory all the way from Western Sahara to Suez Canal, basically. As I previously said, 11 countries can core most of the states in continental Africa, and 14 countries can form either Arabia or Al-Andalus or both. So that's already 25 countries that can core this state, this state, this state, this state, all of these states in North Africa. However, some of these have some more cores. For example, Iran and Afghanistan can form Persia and can core Egypt and basically Cyrenaica. Let's not forget that the Ottoman Empire can also core them. Greece can also core them through either Byzantine Empire or through Macedonian Empire. That's 29 countries so far. And it can be cored by France if either Algeria, Tunisia, Morocco, Syria, or Lebanon core these states. And let's not forget about the United Kingdom, which can core everything that France can core through Franco-British Union. But that's not all. There is one more country which I forgot about initially. Fun fact, I even forgot about it in the Asia video, which means that Palestine can be cored by it as well, so 33 countries can core Palestine. And 32 countries can core these states right here. Can you guess which country it is? Well, it's none other than, yeah, it's Switzerland. Because if they go towards this left path, there's this insane focus right here, which is insane in both ways. First, it's insane because Switzerland can technically core entire continental Europe, Asia, and Africa by it, which would make it officially the 2nd country by the core population. But it's also insane because how much RNG and political power and time it takes. Probably beyond 2050. That focus is obviously expand the Confederation. Yes, I tested it out. Although I used commands, it still took me until 1941, at which point I started using more commands and finished it shortly afterwards, but it took me 2 hours to test it, and yes, Switzerland can core all 3 of the continents. So yeah, we have multiple winners here, these 3 states in Libya and all of the states in Egypt except for Cairo itself. All of them can be cored by 32 different countries. Thanks for watching.